Okay. Yeah, let's get this show on the road. I've been awake forever. Oh, of course you're gonna do that. There we go. So yeah, like I was saying, Windows 10 is being weird, and instead of my plant taking over, it's my test leads taking over. Yep, I am here. Thank you for the host, Spoon. I kind of figured, since you like my streams, that you'd like me to tag you in that. Oh, yes. I still have a rogue leaf. Oh, and Lady G is now hosting me, too. Yay! I'm being hosted. I feel special. Alright, now I can unpause Winamp. Okay, note to self. Winamp does not update if you minimize it. Where's my chat gone? Alright, so I've been having fun crawling around on roofs and generally having fun crawling in air handlers today. But enough about my job. As you can see, there's quite a few things on my bench that have been piling up because I've been ordering little $5 and $10 things here and there from Banggood. Now, I ordered this expecting to have to put it together, and it came pretty much like this, and I was a little disappointed because I didn't read the description. It's not a DIY, but it's one of those component testers. But, that'll get set aside. This is going to be fun when I finally put it together, and who knows, it may be this stream that I do it. Some of you may already know. It's got a coil. And I dropped it. I don't know if you'll be able to read that, but it's a mini musical Tesla coil. That music is a little loud. I feel like I'm yelling. It's not a true Tesla coil. This one is a... I forget who it is, but it's a something or other exciter. So it's not a true Tesla coil. And I have a glitch. There we go. I didn't notice my strobe lights quit strobing up there in the corner of my eye, so I had a glitch. Yeah, so it's not a true Tesla coil. I forget who it is, but it's an exciter. It's... Everybody calls them a solid-state Tesla coil, so they might as well be a Tesla coil. But truth be told, they're an exciter circuit, not a true Tesla coil. I've got these that I still need to build. They've been sitting on my bench for a while. They're starting to collect dust. But they're a little clear plastic speaker set. Those might get built today too. I don't know yet. I don't know what all we're building. I know one thing that we're building. as change falls down through my desk. I've got... This is a constant current, constant voltage power supply. That may get put together at some point. I don't know. I've got a frequency counter. So that might be cool. I have another power supply that they sent me by mistake. I had to go out and get another transformer for it. Unfortunately, my transformer doesn't fit inside the case, so we'll have to figure that out. This is one of those little spectrograph thingies where the little lights go up and down as music goes. So that might get built today too. And then this is what Spoon wants to be here for. This is a tube preamp. A vacuum tube preamp. Now I unwrapped these and made sure that they didn't get damaged in shipping because they didn't pack them very well. But we'll have to find out when we actually fire this thing up if they still work. But yeah, so they are actually vacuum tubes. So, and these ones are not manufactured in Russia. These ones are Chinese. Well, that one, the label has worn off of it. There is not on it. But they are a J and then some Chinese characters. I don't think you can read that. So I will put these back in their bubble wrap until we need them, just so they don't get broke. Okay, so those will get put away in there so they don't get broke for now. Now, Spoon, I know you're thinking about buying one of these. First off, this does not come with a case, but I believe I linked you the case yesterday because they have a separate case for it. Okay. Oh, I haven't turned my soldering iron on. We're kind of going to need that. All right, so we got input and output jacks. Have a little shipping damage here, but nothing too hard to fix. Okay, so input output jacks are good. I got resistors. These should be my ceramic tube sockets, and they are. Fit in there yeah. And they fit in there nicely. Okay. So let's just take stock of what we got here. Okay, yeah. See, me, honestly, I got this just for the fun of it. The fact that I can potentially use it on my setup, even better. Oh, the other thing that does not come with it is a power source. So I went on Amazon and found this, a 12 volt AC. It's upside down, so you get, all the electrons are going to fall out. So I had to buy this separately. Because it does not come with one, and it has to be an AC, not a DC power supply. Otherwise, this circuit will not work with an AC power supply. Or, I mean, with a DC power supply. Because it needs both the positive and the negative going. Alright, so I've got a couple of resistors there. A couple more resistors there. A bundle of resistors here. And of course they weren't nice enough to write the values. So we'll have to have fun and figure those out. Yes, I'm going back to tube technology here. Okay, and then let's see, what do we got? We got a bunch of caps. Are these all the same? 10 UF 470 or 50 volt 470 UF. Okay. 50 volt 470. 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 And 50 volt 470. So they're all the same value, even though on the board this one's only supposed to be a 6 volt at 470 UF, but that's okay. We can use an over voltage rated cap. It's the capacitance that we care about. And how many do we got? We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay, so we got 9 of those. I got a bunch of rectifier diodes here. 407s. I think they're all 407s on this guy. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's our bridge rectifier. For those 4 diodes right there. I've got another diode here. And I'm looking and I don't see another diode. So they may have given me an extra bonus. So yeah, they may have given me an extra diode. Bonus! I don't remember popcorn stitches, so I don't know how evil those are. Okay, so I got 2 types of transistors here. According to the board, it looks like. Okay, this is a D667. This is a B674. B674, so you go over there. And a D667. Okay, so I have all my transistors I need. I have 1 extra diode that I need. Let's get the standoffs out of the way here. Just have 4 of those. Yep, I got 4 screws and 4 of the little standoffs. I got 1 pot. Which the legs look pretty good on that. I don't need to straighten any. Got the knob for that. I got a couple of LEDs. I got a big fat resistor here. And my power jack there. Okay. And are these all the 1 farad ceramic caps that I need? For those of you who don't know, on these ceramic dipped caps like this, I don't know if you'll be able to read it on my camera. Yeah, you won't be able to read the number, but there's a 105, so that's 1 0 and then 5 zeros, which is 1 farad. Oh, okay, yeah. Evil stitches, evil stitches. That's pretty cool that you had resistors for earrings. Yeah, so those are my ceramic capacitors. Now I just need to start finding out the values on my other capacitors. This one's obvious. This is my big fat one that goes here that I'll actually probably stand off the board so it's not sitting directly on the board. That way it has more air to dissipate heat. Looks like we've got test points here. So we got a positive 28 volts, a negative 28 volts, and 26 volts there. So that's interesting that we got test points. Now it's got some test points here regarding that, but yeah, it's in Chinese, so I don't know. This might get fun. Alright, so we'll set that aside. We'll bring this down. And we will get my good pen. And we will get this. We'll start it out on 20K. It's hard to say. The purple ones, it may have just been a rating on them, but they were probably thin film resistors like these. Now I could sit and do the calculations. All right, so yep, these are 47 ohm resistors, it looks like. Yep, these are 47 ohm resistors. So we will write a 47 ohm on there, so we know what that batch is. Get these back up to 20K. Okay, it's overload on the 2K. So it's about 2 point something K. So those are probably my 2.2K resistors. Red, yeah, I think that is 2K. Alright, so these might be my 470K. Is what I'm guessing. Yep, these are my 470K resistors. And like I said, you can sit here and figure out the color bands, but I could never remember. Okay, so this looks like it's probably my 4.7K. Yep, these are my 4.7K resistors. And I just dropped them. No, come back. Come back. Didn't lose any, so we're good. Yeah, trying to recreate those engages might be fun. Okay, these might be 200 ohm resistors. Yep, these are my 200 ohm resistors. But anyways, like I was saying, you could sit and count these bands and figure out what they are. I am just too lazy to remember my LED color codes at the moment. These are my 1Ks. Yeah, probably. These are my 1Ks. And I mean, resistors are dirt cheap these days. And these are my 100Ks. So it wouldn't be that hard to get your hands on them. But yeah, so you could sit and count them like, okay, so this one here is a 100K. So it's brown, black, and then I believe that's white. It's hard to see on these resistors. So it's 1, 0, and then like enough to make it 100K. So that would be 4 or 5 zeros. I can't do the math right now. So like I said, it's easier for me to just frickin' stick a voltmeter on them. Or here's a better one. This is a 200. So red is 2, black is 0, and brown is a 10 multiplier. So 20 times 10 is 200. Alright, soldering iron's hot, so we can start stuffing resistors here. Looking at everything here, resistors are the shortest, followed by the diodes, except for this big fat resistor, and then we'll go from there. So the board is nicely marked with the values, but it's got like 4K7, which is 4.7K, or 2R2, which is 2.2. Oh, it doesn't have that. It has 2K2, which is 2.2K. But if it had like 2R2, it'd be 2.2 ohms. Typically, when you get like Chinese manufactured boards. I'm trying to figure out here. Which one's the input and which one's the output. We'll figure it out. Anyways, okay. So we will start with the 100K. While I'm thinking about it, we will bring down my bin o cuttings. Some of you probably remember this from the LED cube experiment. Now, as you can see, these came on a tape reel, but they only included half of the tape, so but these are the 100Ks. Doesn't matter on a resistor which way they go in. Looks like R16 and R21 are our 100Ks. Now, people are going to yell at me on YouTube for this, that I should be using a tool to bend resistor leads, because it puts too much strain on them if you bend them by hand. I don't have a bender tool. At least not yet. Okay, so 100 ohm is in. Now, as a personal it doesn't matter how these go in, but as a personal preference, I always like to point the bands in kind of the same direction. So in this case, I'm doing all the tolerance bands that way on the board, just because it's me. Okay, so 100Ks are in. Those were easy. Let's do the 1Ks next. So the 1Ks look like they are R3 and R7. My little helping hands dude out. Spoon, if you're gonna start soldering, I would suggest at least, at a minimum, picking up one of these. They're cheap. I think I paid $5 for this one, but it's just a little stand with a couple of alligator clips on it that can hold things. So I call it my little helping hands dude, because the magnifying glass looks like a head, and then the two arms are hands. Now, I've upgraded mine slightly. I put heat shrink tubing on the end of the alligator clamps, just so he doesn't, so it doesn't dig into circuit boards or wiring that it's holding. Okay, 1Ks are down. The 200 ohm resistors, that is R14 and R19. And then, the other thing you want to do in soldering is, you notice I'm putting in all the resistors. You want to start with your shortest component. Typically that's going to be your resistors and your diodes. My diodes just happen to be a little taller than my resistors in this build, so I'm doing the resistors first. And the reason you do that is so here in a minute, when I get all these stuffed in the board and flip the board over to actually start soldering, the board sits semi-flat. Okay, let's do the 4.7K, which is going to be R12, R17, 15, 22, and 6, 4, 5, 8, and 9. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've only got 6. Oh. What? Oh no, okay. No, 4, 5, 8, and 9 are 47 ohm. So that's these guys. So, okay, so let me rephrase that. It's R12, R17, R15, R20, R2, and R6 are my 4.7 ohm. So, gotta watch things like that when you're doing this, because a wrong resistor in a wrong value resistor could spell the end of your project. Especially with a vacuum tube anything, because you could overdrive one of the plates and poof goes your vacuum tube. Yeah, I'm noticing I'm getting some pretty bad glare on that camera today. I wonder if I should put the cover back on it. Where did I put the cover is the next question. I don't know where the cover is. Forget it. It's not too bad. Okay, those are in 470K. That is resistors 13 and 18. There's 13. There's 18. Alright, 2.2K. Just because that's what I grabbed next. that is R10 and R11. And then, other than the big power resistor, the final one is the 4.7, which, like I said earlier, is 4589. Five. Nine. And 8. When I flip this over, the board sits relatively flat on the table. Got my Rollo solder. Got the short chunk just to burn it up. Alright, now when soldering, you want to look on your solder that you've got, and some of them will actually tell you the temperature that it goes at, others won't. The label that says the temperature on this one is gone because I've had this roll forever. But I know this is leaded solder. It's not the lead-free stuff, so it melts at around 270 degrees Celsius-ish. So I have my soldering iron set to 275. And what you want to do is bring the tip to the pad, start heating up the pad, and then tap the end of your solder against it and just let it flow in and then release. And what should happen is you should end up with so you'll have actually I don't know if this marker is even going to work. So you'll have your board is like this. You'll have your component lead coming up through the board like this. So this goes to your component. So, you know, your resistor here. What you'll want is let me see if the blue works so I can demonstrate the solder. What you'll want is yeah, the blue marker's dead. What you'll want is the solder roughly flush on the component side, and then on the back side you'll want it to kind of fill it up all the way around. And in this case it filleted both sides, which is fine. That's not a major deal that it did fillets on both sides. Which, the component side, yes, I need new markers. The component side it's more for the looks of it than anything else. The other thing that you'll want is you'll want the solder to kind of look shiny when you're done. If it looks dull, then you've got what's called a dry solder joint, which can cause you issues, and it will probably crack. eventually. Hang on a sec, guys. I just got a Slack message. For all of you out there that use GitHub, FYI, Microsoft just acquired it. So, hopefully it doesn't become a paid-for service, because I just got used to learning GitHub. But yeah, one of my programming buddies just sent that over, so... And you didn't share with the group, Jinx? Oh. Honestly, at this point, it's getting to the point where everything is becoming Microsoft, Google, or Amazon. And as long as they don't try to retain, intellectual property rights for stuff that you put on their repository, I don't care at this point. Now, obviously, if GitHub goes to a paid service, then I'm going to be moving to GitLab. Definitely. But then, 6 to 9 months later, GitLab's going to get purchased by somebody, so... When does it end? Alright, that's too short to use. Oh yeah, I forgot you put your bot up on GitHub, didn't you, Spoon? So yeah, I'll have to read the new policy when it comes out and see if they are going to try to pull the shenanigans of, oh, anything on our website is now copyright Microsoft, so you can't make any money off of it at all, but we can sell it for profit. So... have a sea of tangled leads. Okay, got all those in. The other thing that you want to do with soldering is you want to keep your tip clean and shiny. So because if your tip looks black and dirty, it's not going to solder very well. So there's all my resistors soldered down. I got a couple that, you know, I went a little heavy-handed on the solder and it came out the other side. It won't affect the product, you know, it won't affect the ability for this thing to work. It looks kind of nasty. Okay, alright. See, but my thing that I'm scared of, Jinx, is now that they've acquired it, they'll make it like a an add-on to your Microsoft Office suite for Office 365, to where, you know, you have to pay a monthly fee to use it. Because that's what their Office has become, is a monthly service fee to use your word processor. And if you stop paying them, they shut your word processor off. But it would be nice to have that, because, you know, like, say I'm coding the integration, it would be nice for that, because say I'm coding something, heaven forbid, in Visual Studio. You know, then I could just upload it from in Visual Studio, upload it straight to GitHub, to my repository. Which, I mean, I guess you kind of can if you get the GitHub desktop thing and set up the file replication and all that stuff that I haven't bothered to do yet. And the GitHub desktop will automatically upload it. I know that's a thing. I still do mine all manually because I'm lazy. To actually go and read on how to configure all that. I do have the GitHub desktop. Oh, you can't see me very well doing this, but I'm trimming legs. But, I mean, Visual Studio is getting nuts on what you can and can't program in that thing now. Like, I have a plugin for it that allows me to program my Arduinos. They've added modules for Python and Ruby and, you know, all this stuff in Visual Studio, when it used to just be Visual Basic and Visual C# and stuff like that. But now, I mean, you name a language and there's probably a plugin for Visual Studios for it now. And not only can I program in for a Windows environment, but you can program for a Mac. They have Android SDK integration now, so you can program for Androids. You can program for the Xbox, but that one's not too surprising because that's another Microsoft product. What else was in there? Oh, you can do HTML and CSS in it now, too. Which I was like, what? You can do web pages in Visual Studio? Let's wipe that off before I get it all over my hands. Alright, so we got the resistors all in and I trimmed them. What you'll want to do... Oh, I shouldn't erase that. When you trim leads, you'll want to go just above the fillet when you trim them. Because if you actually cut into the fillet, you can break the solder joint. So you want to go just above it and cut it. So all the resistors are in. Diodes are next. And I've got 5 of them. But they gave me 6 diodes. So oh, yeah. It was funny. A little while ago, or a couple years ago, I forget the IDE that I was using, but I was using a completely different IDE to program in Visual C because the Visual C support in Visual Studios sucked. And it's their own freaking code in their own freaking software. But, yeah, I don't do that coding. I don't do much coding in Visual C anymore. Alright, so on these diodes, and Spoon, you'll want to pay attention to this. There's a little silver line on the diode, and there's a little line on the circuit board. So you want the silver line on the diode to match up with the line on the circuit board. Because a diode, so let's kind of use the typical analogy of electronics here, which is think of electricity as a flow of water. So, especially in DC. So what you've got is your diodes are going to be one-way valves. They'll only let the current flow one direction. Or the water flow one direction. Resistors are going to be like your pressure regulators that slow down the flow. Capacitors are going to be like tanks that hold water under pressure to send it out to other things. Transistors are going to be valves that open and close to let water flow. Same with switches. And really, variable resistors are just... that's that pressure regulator that you can adjust the pressure on. In this case, vacuum tubes are basically old school transistors. Let's see, the other things... trying to think of other device components. Your integrated circuits, yeah, they get a little more complicated once you get into that analogy, but yeah. Really, an integrated circuit is mostly just a bunch of resistors, transistors, and diodes all in a single plastic package. So, let's see, light emitting diodes. They are a special class because they'll only let the current flow in one direction, but as a inverse property of letting that current flow, they will actually light up. And then you got your things like your voltage and your amperage meters. So your voltage meter would be like the gauge on the side of your tank telling you how much water is in the tank. And then an amperage meter would be like you sticking your hand in the flow of water, or a flow meter to see how fast it's flowing. Alright, diodes are in, and that's D1, D2, D3, D4, and D5. Looks like D1, 2, and 4 all face the same way, and D3 and D5 are the exact opposite, because D2 through D5 are creating a bridge rectifier, which turns the AC voltage into DC voltage. But you need the AC voltage coming in because you literally, down these sides, create two separate power rails, a plus 28 volts and a minus 28 volts. So this is a 48 volt system. Or no, a 56 volt system. Now, on some of these, they've got big power traces going to them, so you have to hold your soldering iron on them a little longer. To get it to heat up. Clean your tip before you put it away. Always clean your tip, kids. Always clean your tip. And I missed one. I missed a joint. They look good. Diodes in. Alright, so let's see what's high. Looks like my capacitors are next. And again, on these dipped ceramics, these actually might be even tantalums, I'm not sure. But in these little dipped guys, well, let's see here. Nope, actually my LEDs are shorter. Now, Spoon, these LEDs are optional. They are not required for the functionality of it, but they light the vacuum tubes up for the from the bottom and give them a kind of a cool blue glow. Let's see here. Bring you down. I'll bring my test leads down. Bring me a 100 ohm resistor. Q1, crank Q down to about 4.5 volts should be good. I always forget which side's negative and which side's positive. If I remember correctly, negative is the shorter lead. Yep, negative is shorter lead. Now, I was just putting the resistor in there to limit current through that thing because it would literally just gobble up all the current and say... That I don't know. We'll have to test that out because all of that stuff was in Chinese on the website, so I didn't bother to translate it. Put my test leads back. Get my plant out of shot. The one leaf can stay. Oh, no, the one leaf can't stay. You're annoying me. Go. Okay, so negative is the shorter lead. Negative goes towards the input jack or input and output jack. Now, the best thing to do with an LED, especially a small one like this, is get them down in there. And tack down the negative side. So only solder the negative side. And try to be, you know, relatively quick with as minimal amount of heat as possible. And then what you do is you flip the board back over and you make sure that they're still flush mount or mounted where they need to be. And then you solder the other leg. Because LEDs are one of those devices that are susceptible to heat damage. So that stop and inspect step kind of lets them cool down before you solder the other leg. I like that, Jinx. Praise be to plant. Well, I'm still amazed at this thing. Is it was half dead when I took it home from work, and now I've got tendrils clear over there that you can't see off stream. And I've got another one that is you can't really see it, but it's growing behind all my test equipment. And then I've got that one tendril that likes to pop up in the middle of my camera. Although, oddly enough, I don't have any going that way around the room. I think it's because they like my lighting. Alright, on to these capacitors. Now, on these, if they're ceramic or tantalum, it doesn't matter. They have no polarity. So you can put them in either way around. I'm going to put them with the 105 facing towards the bottom of the board just because. I have a person behind me, don't I? Yes, I have a person behind me. I'm being stalked. Yes, it was my daughter. She tried to sneak up on me, but she wasn't very stealthy. She needs to improve her sneak skills.
No, I wasn't. Honestly, I just wanted to say hi.
Oh, you just wanted to say hi to the stream? Spoon says hi. Or, well, yeah, so far that's all. Ah! Okay, so I just spent all that time putting those in, and they all fell back out again. Because I was an idiot and didn't hold them down as I flipped them over. And Lady G said hi as well. Okay. Because these are being a pain in my tuchus here, I'm gonna probably solder one leg, see how they do, and then solder the other leg. Yeah, these are not cooperating at all in staying the way they should. So I'm just going to throw some solder on them, and then we'll work with it from there. Okay, so these things are all over the place. So we will heat this one up, rock it into place. There we go. Heat this one up, rock it into place. There we go. Heat this one up, rock it into place. There we go. Heat this one up, rock it into place. There we go. Again, functionality wise, having them down close to the board, I mean, if these were decoupling caps, yes, you'd want them as close to the board as possible. But these are DC blocking caps to keep DC voltage from flowing out of the circuit and as well as flowing into the circuit. So only AC voltage is passed. So in other words, only the audio signal is passed. So not as critical, but they look nicer when they're all straight and nice. Yay! Still getting everything squared away for that on your diet when it's over? Or was that surgery number 1? I forget. Okay, so surgery, when is that? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to clean this board up when we're done. But... Alright, so that's in. Let's see what's shorter now. Are my transistors shorter? Yes, my transistors are shorter than that, and they're shorter than that. How about this guy? Yep, okay. So the transistors next. Now at the transistors, there's two types. There's the D667 and the B647. And I'm assuming one is a PNP, the other's an NPN. And that's because, you know, one's driving the plus 28 volts rail, and the other's driving the negative 28 volts rail. And on the board, there'll be an outline with a flat line on it, and of course, the flat line of the transistor matches up with the flat line on the board. And in this case, both of the D66 or 667s are on the plus 28 volts rail. And both of the B647s are on the negative 28 volt rail. And the way these are configured is it looks almost like one is driving the other through a resistor. So what I'm thinking is these are booster, basically they're using these transistors and capacitors to take the 12 volts in and convert it to 28 volts plus and minus. Ah, yes. That is always good. So yeah, essentially what's happening is, so on each half of the sine wave, this bank of capacitors here is charging up to probably around 24 volts DC ish. So on half of the sine wave, this bank will charge up, and the other half this will charge up to about 24 volts ish. And then these switching on and off kind of rapidly will take the 24 volts from this bank of 4 capacitors and dump it into these as 28 volts. And then the tubes will use the 28 volts to drive their amplifier plates. Pretty cool what you can do with electronics. They're also probably doing some magic with these using their body diodes. Again, with transistors, they're going to be temperature finicky. Probably not as much in these larger packages like these. These are the TO. I think these are the T22 extended is what they call them. I forget. But they're longer than the standard package. So again, solder one leg, check their alignment, make sure that they're all nice and pretty in here. And then solder another leg. Move from transistor to transistor. And then solder the final leg. Again, it's really just to let the component cool down between solderings a little bit so they don't get too hot. Do one last final inspection. Make sure I didn't do any solder bridges under there, that would suck to try to fix. But it looks like we're good. This preamp does not, because this preamp only does the RCA jacks. But again, I bought this one more as a play with than for my mic preamp. There might be one on Banggood that has the phantom voltage, but I'm not sure. Now that one that I linked the other day, that vacuum tube preamp that I linked the other day, does have a phantom voltage. And for those of you wondering, phantom voltage, I forget why they call it phantom voltage, but it's the 48 volts that a mixer or a preamp or a compressor or one of these other various audio devices will put out of its XLR port in order to power a microphone, because a microphone needs power to work. And I'm sure we could look it up on Google as to why they call it phantom voltage, but I completely forget, so. Alright. So now might be the time to do this inrush power current resistor. Because I can stand it off the board nicely. See, I'm using the Personas, I forget what model number this one is. It's whatever came with my audio box spoon. I'm using their condenser mic, which, yeah, you're right. It works without phantom voltage. I mean, here. We'll wait for it to die off here. Oh, that's right. If you get one of these Behringer 802s, there's a glitch. Hang on a second. Mine won't actually set the phantom voltage off. So there's something wrong with mine. I shut the phantom voltage off one time while I was using it, and now I can't shut the phantom voltage off ever. So my phantom voltage is stuck on. So I can't demonstrate what a mic sounds like without phantom voltage. So on this large power resistor, you may be wondering, why am I standing it up off the board? Well, because this large power resistor is going to have a fair amount of current running through it, and it's going to be dissipating some of that as heat. And I want to give it the best possible opportunity to dissipate said heat. So rather than put it flush down against the board, I'm going to stand it up not very far. I'm only going to stand it up about yay far to give ample airflow around it. Okay, so see, what I did there is I put a nice air gap between it and the board so it can get plenty of airflow to stay cool so it doesn't burn up and it doesn't discolor the board. And if you're doing anything with power resistors, you'll want to do that. Yeah, I am thinking that I should have gone with the 12 channel instead of the 8 channel spoon personally, because I'm starting to use things like the 2-track tape input when I need extra channels, because right now my only channel that's open is number 2, because 3 and 4 are taken up with my stream computer. 5 and 6 are taken up with my new gaming computer. The aux returns in stereo are taken up by Arduino bot, which technically I could ditch him, or maybe just mix him in with the streaming, get a little sub mixer, and that would free up my aux returns. And then, my mic is on channel 1, and then I have channel 2 is open, but it's only a mono channel. The other thing I've thought about doing is with Arduino bot is making him mono and sending him in channel 2. But then I lose a mono channel that could potentially be another microphone. Will I ever use another microphone? Probably not. But, it's just things to think about. I kind of wish I had gotten the 12 channel, though. Now, looking at these are all pretty close to the same height. So, we can let's just do a test fit here. Okay, the ceramic tube sockets are just slightly higher. How are these? Those are higher. Okay. So, we'll solder in the power jack and the volume control knob. See, and then with the VBS that we're using, all those lighting that I've built in the past streams, we're wishing we had the 48 channel instead of the 24 that we have. At least I think that's the next step up on ours. But we're not using Behringer at church. We're using a, forget who we're using. I looked it up one time. Oh, we're using PV. We're using a PV 24 channel with 8 channel mixer, or with a 8 channel matrix and 8 aux sends. And the matrix is separate from the aux sends. Power connectors are another one that these take a bit to solder on. Usually because they have nice chunky power planes attached to them. So they take a bit to heat up. I haven't even thought 100% how I'm going to test this yet. I'll have to go find a cable. I have one of the I have what can be used for the input cable here from an audio source. But I don't have what can go from here to my sound system. So we'll have to play with it when we get that far. Alright. Tube sockets going in next. And those are pretty straightforward. They got a 1 through 7 on them, but there's, if you notice, there's one spot missing in them, so obviously the spot missing goes where the spot's missing. Same with the tubes when we get those out in a minute. Listen. Okay, Spoon, looking at the circuitry for these LEDs, I'm gonna have to say that they do not turn off when a tube dies. It looks like as long as there's power applied, they are on. Oh wait, no. As long as power is turned on, they are on. Yeah, just vanity LEDs. Okay, so these ceramic plugs are being a pain. So I'm gonna tack one in with a single solder joint, which it promptly fell out. Hopefully this doesn't lift the pad off the board. Okay. So tack that one in with just a single thing so then I can get this one in. Okay, that one's in. Solder it down. Make sure that those are in there nice. They are. Okay, let's solder the rest of the legs. Created a solder bridge there, had to break it. They're all nicely in. Okay, yeah. I think these are shorter than my caps. let's see. Nope, my caps are just slightly shorter. Okay, so for on these capacitors, polarity matters. You'll see the negative right here. The other side is positive. Again, it's the short leg that is negative. Now on this board, I am trying to see which way might be negative. So negative was that one. Well, okay, so let's find trace out positive. Positive goes to that. Okay, so good. They did follow standard convention, and negative is the side with the hash marks. You want to pay attention to electrolytic polarity, because if you put these in wrong, you get a nice bang when you got to plug it in. Which I might still plug this in before I plug the tubes in, just to make sure I don't let the smoke out of anything before I actually put the tubes in, because vacuum tubes aren't cheap these days. Again, with capacitors, I like to solder in just a single lead. Check that they're all sitting nice and flush against the board. Okay. Another thing that you might do if you're doing like production level, doing like a product that you intend to sell to people with these capacitors, what I would do is get some what's called Celastic, which is basically glue that hardens, and I would at least glue the capacitors together into groups, so they aren't, as Dave Jones puts it on the EEV blog, flapping around in the breeze. But for these little at-home projects, yeah. Okay. All my caps are in. Time to trim legs. Okay, and then the last things to go in. these jacks, which I'm still trying to figure out which one's input and which one's output. I'll have to look on Banggood and see if we can tell. Those are in there decently. See, these two come from the volume pot. These two go into C10 and C12. So C10 goes to pin 5 on pin 5 and pin 6. And that goes, yeah, 5 and 6. So, do the Googles. So, 6J1. Oh, streamception. Wink. So we will first look on here. See, there's the spoon. There's the link to the housing, and this is what it ends up looking like for the housing if you ever need one. And that's what it'll look like with the LEDs lit up here in a minute. Doesn't tell me on here which one's the input and which one's the output. So what we got to do is go here to our Google. And these are 6J1 tube datasheet. Oh, nice. It's in Chinese. It's a pentode. Ooh, is that in English or is that in Chinese? Screw you. I gotta pay you to find out what my vacuum tube does. Yeah, I know the pin. I need to know the pinout though, guys. Well, that one's in Russian. Oh, this is the same guys that want me to pay to find out what the frickin' tube is. Bite me. Okay, it looks like... Is that the right tube, though? In out. It's a 6L6. Socket connector. It's a 24. Okay. See, this is the other one. The 12AX7s is a very popular tube. That's a 12ECE8. See, there's my kit. But it still doesn't tell me which is the input and which is the output. That's what I want to know, is what's the input and what's the output. See, truthfully, for better audio, those capacitors should be these axials like this, instead of those little ceramic jobbies. I've exceeded my monthly Okay, well, that's what I needed. On the left side is the input, and then the right side next to the power connector is the output. And that's kind of what I had gathered with the way the traces were laid out on the bottom of the board. Okay. Where am I? Workbench. So yeah, the one closest to the power connector is the output. All right, we are gonna do one thing first before we do anything else, and then I will be taking a quick break to try to find a power cord, or not a power cord, an audio cord, so we can do some testing on this. But what I'm gonna do first, before I even power up the vacuum tubes, I'm going to make sure I'm getting the voltages I'm supposed to. First step, plug it in. Nothing went poof, so that's good. That's a good sign. Nothing went kerpoof. Alright, AC voltage. First, check to make sure I've got voltage coming into the board. I got 13.5 volts coming in. Alright, switch this over to DC voltage. We'll start on that. And we should have 12.6 right here. We should have 12.6 right here. Helps if you turn it on. I'm reading a little high at 17. A little high, okay. Let's see if we got we got negative 33 at that side. And positive 33 at that side. So negative 33, positive 33. Now I'm going to count that as a go because these are these tubes, from what I was seeing online, can handle up to 60 volts. So we're not driving them very hard. Oh, I forgot a step. Forgot 2 steps. Then we'll go get cables and test. Got to put the little legs on it. Yeah, I'm assuming the high voltage is because I essentially have no load on the power supply circuit, is why it's high right now. That, and I don't know how accurate that voltmeter is. That voltmeter is about 8-9 years old. And I got it from Harbor Freight. Okay, so we want there. I should paint a little 11 on here so I can turn it up to 11. You know, just put like a little 11 right there. Okay. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break to try to find a cable and something suitable to hook this to play it. After I insert the tubes into their sockets. Bent legs. Probably from shipping. That other one went in easy. This one doesn't want to go in. There we go. Alright, my vacuum tubes are in. Alright, be right back while I try to find an RCA cable. Well, Spoon, it goes up to whatever you want it to be, or want it to go up to. You get to put your own labels on it. Hey, Spoon, you can dilfa as loud as you want in my chat. Mr. Wells isn't here to try to stop you. Okay, you know how hard it is to find freaking RCA cables when you don't use them anymore? I mean, I found these things. They're component video over Cat 5. They're useless. I found another one of these. That's the 3.5 millimeter to RCA, which will do that in the input. Oh, actually, we're gonna test things, but let's see. Don't need that one. All right. Set that aside. I'm gonna need, so out of the output, we're gonna, I found a single white, I don't know what happened to the red that goes with this, and a video cable. So the quality may be poor on this audio setup, just to warn you. Alright, so there's that. But we are going to test audio first. So let's see what we can test with here. Okay. So what we're going to first do is we're going to pull up Winamp. That really kicks the llama's ass. We're going to pause that. We're going to plug directly into my sound system my cell phone here. We are going to turn down the volume, because I don't know how loud that's going to be. And then we are going to do a speaker test after this ad plays.
Left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel.
So we are going to leave that right at the point where it starts yelling at me that lifting,
left channel, right channel.
listening to music above a certain volume is bad for your hearing. Okay, we will switch those in post. Okay. So, red will be here to right. White goes here. Power goes here. Okay, well, it didn't blow up my sound system, and it didn't blow up itself, and it didn't blow up my cell phone. So that's a good sign.
left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel.
I might have things backwards in my setup.
Left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel.
You know
right
what?
Channel, left. Right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel.
Maybe
right
Spoon
channel,
was the
left
only one.
channel,
Let's see.
Left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel,
See,
right channel.
they took
right
away my
channel,
being
left
able to
channel,
see left and right
left
on my
channel,
inputs.
Right channel, right channel, right
In
channel,
friggin'
left
Windows
channel,
10.
left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, left right channel, right channel, right channel, channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel,
See,
right channel,
where the
right channel,
hell did
right
my
channel,
volume
left
mixer
channel,
go?
Left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel.
That's getting a little annoying. So, alright, audio. Whoops. So here's what I got. Streamception here. So you used to be able to come in here, and you used to be able to come in here, and you used to be able to go to sound settings, and you could go into this and see what was left and what was right. But they took that away. You can only see just the bar now of the full level. You can't see left and right. Hang on a sec, guys. Okay, apologize for that. So, one of the schools that I'm doing work at, a dumpster outside the building caught fire, and now half the school is shut down. So, I had to deal with that and get everybody appraised that, okay, that building is off limits. And it was none of my contractor's fault, so yay. Alright, so let's test this and make sure my outputs out of my computer are correct. See, that's the speaker test that I'm doing on my phone, Lady G. Oddly enough. Okay.
Left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel.
So left is coming in left.
Channel. Left channel, right channel, right channel.
And right is coming in right. Okay, so those are correct.
Left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right.
Okay, so my outputs on my computer are now correct. So the outputs on my computer are correct. Now let's see about this guy. They're getting a little warm. Alright, so that one's correct. Now let me double check this wiring.
Channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel.
Okay, they're coming through my headphones, correct.
Channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel. Left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel, left channel, left channel, right channel, right left channel, left channel, left channel.
It definitely is amplifying a little bit.
Right channel, left
not
channel,
much,
left
but
channel,
it's amplifying.
left channel, right channel, right channel, right channel, left channel.
Let's see if I've got any music on this thing. I don't think I have any music on this thing. Yeah, I actually don't have any music on this thing. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? I won a... Yeah, here we go. So... Hang on, this might get a little loud. No, THX sound test. Lady G. But yeah, so, okay, so this little audio amplifier works pretty good. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. The cow one. So, alright. So this little amplifier actually works pretty good. That's the cow THX intro spoon that was, at least where I know it from, it was on the beginning of Toy Story 2. Instead of the standard THX logo, it was the cow one, and this little robot guy flies out and he tips over that little moo toy, and then he goes and he plugs it into the THX thing, and then he turns it over, and then you hear the whole herd of cows. I knew it from Toy Story. I think it was Toy Story 2. I don't know. It was probably on a bunch of other movies around the same time too. Now I'm curious. If I turn it off, does it still pass audio? Okay, if turned off, it does not still pass audio. Alright. So, I'll have to figure out how to wire this in a more permanent solution for other things and, you know, more testing and stuff. But hey, I got a little tube amp now. I'll have to get better cables. But at least I found this guy. I've been looking for it for a while. This is my good one. This is my crap one that I made myself, and it's got really bad buzz and hum in it. So and not too bad. It only took 2.5 hours to assemble it. Probably would have taken less if I could have found if I had my RCA cables right away. Bumped the volume control. So, that was Banggood item 1221779, also known as the where is it? The 61J or 6J1 preamplifier tube. That's available over here on Banggood.com. Now, this is not paid for. They did not send this to me for free or anything. I paid for it out of my own pocket. But this is what you get. It does have a different set of capacitors. Instead of these axial capacitors, it came with regular ones, which the regular ones work, but these actually would sound better with audio running through them. So, it does not come with the plastic case. You can go here and get the plastic case. So, you can get the plastic case for about $5. I am not going to get the case with mine. Oh, they redesigned their product page. Let's see what the new page looks like. Okay. Okay, the page redesign doesn't look too bad. Alright. But yeah, anyways, this is the plastic case for it. Let me... Oh, it opened in a new window. Okay, so there we go. So yeah. It's a nice little set. Was not that hard to put together. It didn't come with any instructions. But that's okay. Because we figured it out. It wasn't that hard to figure them out. Alright, come here. Come here. Whoop. So. Where'd my face cam go? There we go. So, that is probably going to be it for now, because I have been up now for, well, yeah, I have to go to bed here in about an hour and a half or so. So I can get up at 3 a.m. again. Yay me. But other than that, it has been fun with you guys tonight. Thank you all for joining me. And Spoon, I hope you learned a little bit about this kit while we were assembling it. It was a fun little kit to put together, and it'll be a fun little kit to play with. And who knows? I'll have to, like I said, get a better setup on how it's plugged in. What I might do is, I don't know how I'll do it, but yeah, I'll figure out a use for it. Oh, I actually already kind of have a use for it. You remember how I was telling you guys that I'm going to be building a digital amplifier circuit? Or not a digital amplifier, a digital synthesizer. Okay, nice. But yeah, I'm gonna eventually be designing my own digital synthesizer circuit. This is gonna be the output stage of that digital synthesizer. So, I wanted to do more today, but that took a little longer to solder together than I thought it would. But yeah, so who knows? Maybe tomorrow there'll be another stream. We'll see how I feel then. But again, thank you all for joining me.